Hi everybody, and welcome back to my day. Alright, hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this. Okay, so hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then hi. My name is Mari. And today we are going to be reading the book 5 Feet Apart, Chapter 10, Will. Because I have time right now. So let's go ahead and start that. Okay. Here we go. Chapter 10, Will. Chapter 10, Will. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Chapter 10, Will. I cannot already say this first word. Clever Fomlia time, Julia sings, swinging my door open. The next morning, a bag of the medicine in her hand. I nod. I already got the notification from Stella's app and moved from the desk over to my bed where the IV rack is waiting for her arrival. I watch as Julia hugs the bag, taking the IV line and turning toward me. Her eyes travel to the drawing I did of Stella in the yoga room, hanging next to the long drawing Stella had put above my desk, the corner of her lip turning up as she looks at it. I like seeing you like this, she says, her eyes meeting mine. Will is happy because he loves Stella. Okay. I watch. Okay. Like how I asked, pulling down the neck of my shirt, she interests the IV into a poured on my chest. Hopeful, I think about Stella, my eyes traveling to the IV bag of cauliflower. I reach out to touch it gently, feeling the weight of the bag in my palm. The trial is so new, still too new to know how this will turn out. It's the first time I've ever let myself think about it, which might be dangerous or even stupid. I don't know. Getting my hopes up when a hospital is involved doesn't seem like a good idea to me. What if this doesn't work, I ask. I don't feel any different, not yet at least. I watch the IV bag, the steady drip, drip, drip of the medicine working its way into my body. I look back at Julie. The both of us silent for a moment. But what if it does, she asked, touching my shoulder. I watched her leave. But what if it does? After the IV drip, I carefully slide on a pair of bright blue gloves, making sure to keep my beak capped germs far away from anything Stella will touch. I take one more look at my drawing from the yoga room earlier, carefully evaluating it as I pull it down off the wall. It's a cartoon, but it's definitely Stella. She's in a white doctor's coat, a stethoscope slung around her neck, her smile cartoon hands resting eagerly on her hips. Squinting at the drawing, I realize it's missing something. Aha! I grab red, orange, and yellow pencils and draw fire coming out of her mouth. Way more realistic. Laughing to myself, I take a millennium envelope that I stole from the nurse's station, slide the drawing inside and scroll out the outside. Inside you'll find my heart and soul. Be kind. I walk down the hall to her room, picturing her opening the envelope, expecting something profound and deep. I look both ways before slipping in under the door and leaning against the wall, listening. I hear her soft footsteps on the other side of the door, the sound of her snapping gloves on them, bending over to grab the envelope. There's silence, more silence, and finally a laugh, a real, genuine, warm laugh. Victory. I walk back down the hallway, sliding onto my bed and grabbing my phone as FaceTime pings a call coming in from Stella, just like I hoped. I answer it, her face appearing, her pink lips turning up at the corners. A dragon lady, she, so sexist. Hey, you're lucky you said no nudes. She laughs again, looking at the drawing and then back at me. Why cartoons? They're vertive. You know, they can look light and fun on the outside, but they have punch. I could talk about this all day. If there's anything I'm passionate about, this would be it. I hold up a book there's on my nightstand that has some of the best of the New York Times political cartoons. Politics, religion, society. I think a well drawn cartoon can say more um, than words ever could, you know? It could change minds. She looks at me surprised, not saying anything. I shrug, realizing how hard I just nerded out. I mean, I'm just a wannabe cartoonist. What do I know? I point at the drawing behind her, a beautiful picture of lungs, flowers pouring on the outside, a backdrop of stars behind them. Now, this is art. I put my laptop closer to me, realizing what it means. Healthy lungs, that's brilliant. Who did it? She looks back at it, pausing. My older sister, Abby. That's some talent. I'd love to take a look at her other work. A strange look comes onto her face and her voice turns cold. Look, we're not friends. We're not sharing our stories. This is just about doing our treatments, okay? The call ends abruptly, my own confused face swinging into view. What the hell was that? I jump up angry and throw open the door to my room. Storming down the hallway, I make a beeline for her door, ready to give her a piece of my mind. She can kiss my "Hey, Will," a voice says behind me. I swing around, surprised to see Hope and Jason walking toward me. I was texting Jason like an hour ago, and I still totally forgot they were coming today, like they always do on Fridays. Jason holds up a bag of food, grinning at me as the smell of fries from my favorite dinner a block away. From our school wafts down the hallway, trying to reel me in. I freeze looking between Stella's door and my visitors, and that's when it hits me. I've seen both of her parents come and go. I saw her friends visiting her the first day she got here. But Abby, she hasn't even talked about Abby. Where has Abby been? I walk up to Hope and Jason, grabbing the bag and nodding for them to follow me into my room. Come with me. I throw open my laptop, the two of them standing behind me as it boots up, surprised expressions on their faces. Nice to see you too, dude, Jason says, peering over my shoulder. So I met a girl, I say, facing the both of them. I shake my head when Hope gives me one of those smiles, her eyes excited. Jason is completely up to date on all things Stella, but I haven't filled Hope in yet, mostly because I know she'd react like this. Not like that. Okay, maybe like that, but it can't be like that. Whatever. I swing back to my computer, opening the tab to Stella's YouTube page and scrolling to a video from last year labeled Polly Tommy Party. I click on it before slamming my space bar to pause the video and spinning around to fill them in. She's got CF and she's like a crazy control freak. She's made me start doing my treatments all the way and every day. And everything. Relief fills Hope. Eyes and Jason is positively beaming. You've started doing your treatments again, Will. That's awesome, Hope gushes. I wave her praise away, even though I'm a little surprised it got this big of a reaction. Hope pestered me about it for a while, but when I told them to leave it alone, they didn't make a big deal about it. I sort of thought we were all on the same page, but now they both look so relieved. I frown. I don't want to get their hopes up. Yeah. Anyway, get this. She has a sister named Abby. I fast forward to a few minutes in, pressing play so they can both watch. Stella and Abby are sitting in a hospital room, artwork lining the walls like in her room now. Dr. Hammond is there, a stethoscope pressed to Stella's chest as she listens to her lungs. Stella's legs are shaking anxiously as she looks between Dr. Hammond and the camera. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was trying to read so I can catch up. Because sometimes when I read, I will think about stuff in my mind and I'll be reading it out loud or reading it in my head. And what I read completely goes over me. But okay, I got it. Okay, so she says, okay, so I'm having a polyerpestamine. Dr. Hammond says, straightening up. We're removing polyates from your nozzle passages. Stella grins at the camera. I'm trying to talk the doc into a nose job while she's there. Abby gives her a big hug, squeezing her tightly. Stella's nervous, but I'll be there to sing her to sleep, just like always. She starts to sing, her voice soft and sweet. I love you a bushel and a peck. Stop, Stella says, clamping her hands down over her sister's mouth. You'll jinx it. I hit pause on the video, swinging around to face my friends. They both look confused, clearly not getting the realization that just came to me. They look at each other, eyebrows raised, and then Hope gives me a big smile, leaning over to squint at the sidebar. You watched all her videos. I ignore her. Well, she just freaked out like 5 minutes ago when I asked to see more of her sister's art. That video was last year, I say as an explanation. Okay, and Jason asks, frowning. Abby's not in any of the videos after this. They nod slowly, catching on. Hope pulls out her phone, frowning as she taps away. I found Abby Grant's Instagram. It's mostly art, and her and Stella. She looks up at me, nodding, but you're right. She hasn't posted in a year. I look from Jason to Hope, then back again. I think something happened to Abby. The next afternoon, my phone buzzes noisily, reminding me of an exorcism season Stella programmed into my regimen. I haven't seen her since I figured out something happened with Abby, and the thought of seeing her in just a few minutes is making me weirdly nervous. I couldn't really enjoy the rest of the visit with Hope and Jason, even as we ate fries and talked about all the latest post-Thanksgiving school drama over the new episode of Westworld. We always wait to watch new episodes together, even if I'm on an entirely different continent in another time zone and needed to Skype them. Taking a deep breath, I head to the gym to meet Stella, pushing open the door and walking past the rows of treadmills and ecbolistics and stationary bikes, peeking into the yoga room. I see her sitting on a green meeting, her legs crossed, her eyes closed. Slowly, I push open the door, walking as quietly as I can to a mat across the room from her, 6 feet away. I sit down and watch her peacefully. She looks at her her face soft and calm, but her eyes slowly open to meet mine as she stiffens. Barb didn't see you, did she? Abby's dead, isn't she? I blurt out, cutting right to the point. She stares at me, not saying anything. Finally, she swallows, shaking her head. Real nice, Will, about as decent as a jackhammer. Who has time for decency, Stella? We clearly don't. Stop, she says, cutting me off. Stop reminding me that I'm dying. I know that I'm dying. Okay, 2 more pages, guys. She shakes her head, her face serious, but I can't, Will, not now. I have to make it. I'm confused. I've been dying my whole life. Every birthday we celebrated like it was my last one. She shakes her head, her hazel eyes shining bright with tears. But then Abby died. It was supposed to be me. Will, everyone was ready for that. She takes a deep breath, the weight of the world on her shoulders. It will kill my parents if I die too. It hits me like a ton of bricks. I've been wrong all along. The regimen, all this time I thought you were afraid of death, but it's not that at all. I watch her face as I keep talking. You're a dying girl with survivor guilt. That is a complicated mind fuck. How do you live with? Living is the only choice I have, Will, she snaps, standing up and glaring down at me. I stand up, staring at her, wanting to step closer and close the gap between us, wanting to shake her to get her to see, but Stella, that's not living. She turns, pulling on her face mask and bolting for the door. Stella, wait, come on. I take a few steps after her, wishing I could just reach out and grab her hand so I can fix it. Don't go. We're supposed to be exercising, right? I'll shut up, okay? The door slams behind her. Shit. Really screwed that up. I turned my head to stare at the mat where she was just sitting, frowning at the empty space where she just was, and I realize I'm doing the one thing I've told myself this whole time I wouldn't do. on wanting someone I can never have. Oh my gosh! And that is the end of chapter 10 in Will's perspective. Next, we'll do chapter 11, Stella. That is gonna be it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Help me determine whether you guys like this video or not. Leave comments, positive comments, bad comments, comments about books you want me to post, comments about my wrestler videos you want me to post, comments about room tour, anything. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss when I post a new video. Turn that bell on for notifications so you never miss when I post a new video. And hit subscribe so you can join my wrestling family, book family, crazy, whatever the heck I want to post about family. Also, I have the Harry Potter books. I bought them with the money I made at work. I have all 7 of them, and it goes into like a picture, as you can see, and it's all 7 of the whole series. So if you guys ever want to have me read those, let me know. Until then, I will see you guys when I have time to post again. Until then, bye guys. Have a great rest of your day.